Hello everyone. Good. Today I give us some story parts. First story is problem in life. Let's get started for this story. Once there lived a boy in a town. One day he came to visit his grandfather during his summer holidays. He used to play with his grandpa all the time. One day he said to his Grandpa, when I grow up, I want to become a successful man. Can you tell me some ways to be successful? Grandpa nodded in yes and took boy with him to a nearby nursery. From nursery, his grandpa bought two small plants and came back home. Then he planted one plant in a pot and kept it inside the house and planted other plants outside the door. What do you think? Which of these two plants will grow in future? Grandpa asked the boy. Boy kept thinking for some time and then said, plants inside the house will grow better because it is safe from every danger, while plant outside is at risk for many things like strong sunlight, storm, rain and animals. Grandfather smiled and said, let's see what happens in future. After that, boy left from here. After 4 years, boy come to visit his grandfather again. When boy saw his grandfather, he asked him, Grandpa, last time I asked you one question, how to be successful in life, but you didn't tell me anything. Grandfather smiled and said, sure, but first let's take a look at plants that we bought few years back. Saying this, grandfather took boy to place where he had planted small plants in a pot. They saw that the small pot had turned into a big plant. Then he took they had planted outside. They saw that a big tree had grown out of a small plant. Its branches spread far and wide, providing shade to passerby. Now grandfather looked at boy and asked, tell me which plant grow more, which is more successful. Boy replied, the one we planted outside. But grandpa, how it is possible this? That plants must have faced so many dangers. Still it grows so big. Grandfather smiled and said, yes, plants outside has to face many things, but dealing with problems had its benefits too. Plants outside had freedom to spread its roof as much as it wanted. On problems like storm and heavy rain made its roots even stranger. Today it is so strong that a small storm cannot cause any harm it needs, while the plants we planted inside remaining small, and it is big too, because it did not withstand and heavy smoke, rain and strong sunlight. Then grandfather looked at his grandson and said, my son, always remember that unless you struggle in life, unless you go tough difficulties, you too will not be able to achieve success in your life. If you will make comfortable choices, then you will not be able to grow as you can. And if you are ready to struggle and grow through difficulties, then it goals is impossible for you to achieve. Therefore, never think of problems as hardness, but think of them as stepping stones towards success. Boy took a long breath and started looking at tree. The words of his grandfather were unconscious obstacles which we consider as enemies in our life. The same obstacles make us stronger and more successful in our life. If we see in our lives, then we will find that often in our lives we have to face challenges and difficulties, due to which many times we get disappointed and lose the courage to move forward. But the story of two plants teaches us not to be immediately by challenges, but to embrace them as an opportunity to learn and grow. like a plant that was planted outside had to face natural calamities, but with it also had the freedom to spread its roots and grow stronger, and thus it transformed into a stronger and gained tree. But the plant that was planted inside was saved from natural calamities, but it remained small and weak. From this, we get to learn that the more difficulties and challenges we face in our life, the more the path of success will open for us. It teaches us that we should not be and step outside our. The more the path of the success will open for us. It teaches us that we should not be afraid of risk and step outside our comfortable zones. When we face risks and step outside our comfortable zones, when we face challenges, we have the opportunities to learn and grow stronger. We can also develop the resilience and determination that are essential to success. Of course, overcoming all challenges is not easy. There will be times when we will feel defeat and discouraged, but it is important to remember that these are only temporarily stables. If we learn from them and keep move challenges, we will eventually overcome any challenges that comes our way. So the next time you face the challenges or face difficult times in your life, don't give up. Take advantages of the opportunity to learn and grow. And always remember that the challenges you face today can make you stronger and more successful tomorrow. Thank you. Today my story topic is how to control thoughts of your mind. Let's start. Once upon a time there lived a Zen master in a Buddhist monastery. One day a man came to see him and said, "Sir, my mind is very disturbed. How many thoughts keeps coming to my mind all the time. Please give me some mantras to reduce the thoughts of the mind." Zen master looked at him and said, "My friend, you start doing meditation every day. By doing meditation slowly and slowly your mind will start to calm down." But the man said, "Sir, please don't tell me to do meditation. I can't do meditation because when I try to meditate, even more thoughts start to come to my mind, and most of the thoughts are negative, which makes my mind more restless." The Zen master said, "Don't worry, son. It happens in the initial stage of meditation. But by practicing meditation slowly and slowly, your mind will start to calm down." But the man said, "Sir, meditation is not my cup of tea. You please give me some mantra to calm down my mind." The Zen master saw that this man is not going to understand like this. Then he said, "Okay, if you insist, then I give you a mantra which can calm your mind." Then he whispered a mantra in his ear and said, "You have to recite this mantra by sitting alone every day." Then the man got very happy and said, "Thanks, master. I will surely recite this mantra every day." As he was about to turn back to leave, the Zen master said, "But remember one thing. Don't think of a monkey while reciting this mantra, otherwise mantra will become ineffective." The man said, "Sir, why would I think of a monkey? I have never thought of a monkey in my whole life. You don't worry about it." And he left from there. The man came back home happily and sat down to recite mantra. As he started chanting mantra, he remembered the words of the Zen masters that don't think of a monkey when you recite this mantra. As he remembered the words of the master, picture of monkey started to come to his mind. He started to try and ignore the thoughts of the monkey. But the more he tried to ignore the monkeys, the more the monkey started to come to his mind. And after some time, His mind was fully crowded with monkeys. The man thought, why Zen master gave me this instruction? If he knew that monkey brain was, then he shouldn't have thoughts no of other animals, and monkeys are not living. Then man got up. Monkeys was trouble. Then he should not have meditation. No other animal will come into my mind, and monkeys are not living. The man got up. He took bath, changed to fresh, and again sat alone in a room to chant mantra. As soon as he closed his eyes, monkeys were nodding him. They were all around him. Wherever he looked, he would see monkeys. By night, he even started seeing monkeys in face of his family members. Man was going hard. The more he was trying to ignore monkeys, the more monkeys were coming to his mind. By morning, he was almost mad. Next morning, he ran back to the Zen master and told him everything and said, Sir, what kind of mantra you have given me? Till yesterday, I had never thought about monkeys, and now my mind is completely filled with thoughts of monkeys, and monkeys are not leaving me even for a second. Please help me and free my mind of these monkeys. Zen master said, Okay, just relax and stop reciting mantra. Don't do anything. The man sat down, relaxed, and stopped reciting mantra. He was surprised at how now there was no thoughts of monkeys. Everything went to normal. The Zen master said, You see, my friend, I just want to tell you about the nature of our mind. Never try to fight with your mind. Just as the more you press the spring, the more it will jump. In some ways, the more you try to suppress your mind, the more it will become stronger. Be calm, start watching the thoughts of the mind, and you will find your mind will gradually become calm automatically. And to watch your mind, you need to do meditation. If we see in our lives, we will find that our mind is just like a monkey, which keeps jumping here and there all the time sincerely. If you want to stop this monkey mind forcefully, then you won't be able to do this. Like the more you try to press a spring, the more it will be jump. Similarly, the more you try to stop the thoughts of your mind, the more those thoughts will come to your mind. Expert said as a human mind creates anything between 36,000 to 80,000 thoughts in a day. If you will try to stop these thoughts too forcefully, then you would not be able to stop them. Instead, the very effort to stop it gives it energy. The very effort to avoid it becomes attention. When you start to avoid something, you start paying too much attention to it. Therefore, there is no need to stop thoughts. Only thing you need to do is to watch your thoughts untouched. In our routine life, generally we are not able to watch our thoughts. But in meditation, you can easily do it. Therefore, you need to practice meditation to witness your mind. Some people experience that when they start meditation, more thoughts start to come to their mind. But the reason behind it is that the old impression hidden in our mind start to erupt. Just like if you clean your house, then all the garbage comes out. Similarly, when you start meditating, and all the garbage of your mind starts coming out, and you will start having more thoughts. But you need not to worry about it, and keep watching your thoughts unaffected, and continue your mind practicing slowly and slowly. When all the garbage of the mind come out, then the mind itself will start to come down, and you will start having less thoughts. And with long practice, you will slowly be able to control your mind. Thank you. Third story, stay happy no matter what the situation is. Mahatma Buddha says that the boy is the secret to Mahatma Buddha says that the human body is the secret to good health. Therefore, do not mourn the past. Do not worry about the future. Wisdom is to live honestly in the present, but most of us do not know how to live in the because they do not want to live. They are concerned about their past. They worry about the future. You should worry about the future that is to come, and if you can live in the present, try and see. Your mind and your body will become completely healthy. Once you start living in the present, you will not feel any pain from the past, nor will you have any worries about the future. Instead, the breaths you take in will also give you joy and happiness that you have never felt before. If you believe in Mahatma Buddha, then listen carefully to this divine teaching. Watch this video until the end. Otherwise, you will regret it later. Invest your precious time here instead of wasting it on useless short videos, and you will get to learn something new. This story today is going to give us knowledge that after listening to it completely, you will learn to live in the present, leaving your past and future behind. So the story begins with a person who was very sad trouble. He was sitting on a rock on a mountain and crying while he was crying. A Buddhist monk happened to pass by. Seeing him cry, the Buddhist monk went to and started talking to him. The person asked, "If you think I am planning to jump in my life, then you are absolutely. But what different?" Happened to pass by. Seeing him crying, the Buddhist monk went to that person and started talking to him. The person asked, "If you think I am jump from here and in my life, then you are absolutely right. But what difference does it make to you? It is my life. Do whatever I want with it." The Buddhist monk said to that person, "If you are still hesitation to take action, then what good does it do to cry here?" Hearing this, the person becomes furious and says the Buddhist monk, "And look, Maharaj, whatever I came here to do, I will do it. But there is no need for your interference." Saying this, the person starts crying uncomfortably, controlled by. Then the Buddhist monk asked the person, "All right, tell me, have you left everything behind? Have you brought anybody?" In response to the Buddhist monk question, the person says, "I have left everything and anything I have." The stories stay happy no matter what the situation is. Let's start. Mahatma Buddha says that the human body is the secret to good health. Therefore, do not mourn the past. Do not worry about the future. Wisdom is to live honestly in the present. But most of us do not know how to live in past because they do not want to live. They are concerned about their past. They worry about the future. You should worry about the future that is to come, and if you can live in the present, try and see. Your mind and your body will become completely healthy. Once you start living in the present, you will not feel any pain from the past. You will not, nor will you have any worries about the future. Instead, the breaths you take in the present will also give you joy and happiness that you have never felt before. If you believe in Mahatma Buddha's, then listen it to this divine teaching. Watch this video until the end. Otherwise, you will regret it later. Invest your precious time here instead of wasting it on useless, unless short video, and you will get to learn something now. Today, is going to give us some knowledge that after listening to it completely, you learn live in the present, leaving your past and future behind. So the story begins with a person who was very sad and troubled. He was sitting on rock on a mountain and crying. While he was crying, a Buddhist monk happened to pass by. Seeing him crying, the Buddhist monk when he come talking to him. The person asked, "If you think I am planning to jump from here and end my life, then you are absolutely right. But what difficult does it make to it? It is my life, because by it do whatever I want to please it." The Buddhist monk said to that person, "If you are stealing him to take action, then what good does it do it, right?" Hearing this, the person becomes furious and says to Buddhist monk, "Look, Maharaj, whatever I come here to do, I will do it. But there is no answer for your interference." Saying this, the person started crying uncontrollably. Then the Buddhist monk asked the person, "All right, tell me, have you left everything behind? Have you brought anything with you?" In response to the Buddhist monk question, the person says, "I have left everything behind. I have nothing. And if I have anything to lose, then what will I do by living?" The Buddhist monk says that person, "If that's the case, why are you carrying this burden on your head?" Surprised by the Buddhist monk words, the person asks, "What burden am I carrying? My hands are empty and I don't have anything." Then when the Buddhist monk says, "Even your breath is not following properly, you have come here to leave this world and cry your heart out. A person with nothing to lose never does such things. Why would we cry?" Hearing this, the person becomes even more enraged and says to the Buddhist, "What do you mean by that?" Say that to him, "Have you ever tried to look within yourself? How much burden have you carried? How much weight are you carrying on your shoulders? How long will you give these burdens? Unload these burdens here and lighten up a bit. How long will you remain trapped under this burden?" As soon as all these words from the Buddhist monk, he immediately fell at his feet and joining us said, "Gurudev, nobody has ever understood me until now. From here, many people came and went. You have read my mind to the extent that even my life couldn't understand me, but you understood my completely in one go." The person goes on to say many things to them. "Can you solve my problem?" The Buddhist monk says, "Where is this problem?" The person says, "It is at my home." "Come with me and tell that to the person. The problem is not at your home." That person says, "No, Gurudev, the problem is at my home. Come with me." Once they see that Buddhist monk, while explaining to that person, says, "The problem is not at your home, but it is within you. Have you ever tried to look within yourself? All the problems are within you. Until you solve them, you will only see problems everywhere, all the time. And if the problem is at home, what are you doing top of this mountain? You were saying that you have left everything behind. My own home, my family, my close relatives. And if you have left all these things behind, then your problem has also disappeared there. So why are you so troubled?" Hearing all these things from the Buddhist monk mouth, a person says, "Guru, you are right. I understand your words. Their flaw is within me. I am not capable of any work. Whenever I try to be, I mess it up. Everything I touch turns into a mess. I have never done my work properly. My luck is just bad." Hearing all these things from that person, the monk started smiling and said to that person, "Well, it seems that you have bad luck. Tell me what is wrong with your luck." Then that person said to the Buddhist monk, "Guru, I want to do business, and for business I needed money. And so I took some money and started a good business with that money. But my business could not last long. In the beginning, my family supported me and everything was going well. But gradually, I started experiencing loss in my business, and seeing all this, my family became angry with me and distanced themselves from me. I wanted to go business and good money so that I could take care of my family and provide them with all the comforts and convenience. Then they desired I was doing everything for there. Me and blame me for everything. I also feel that I made a mistake because I have a friend too, and he also started a business with him. But look at him, his business is doing well, very well. And whenever he comes to my house, he talks about his successful business. He always keeps saying how he won and managed his business on his own, and took it to great thoughts, tough and work. He'll tell me, "Look, son, he is a true fan. He has taken his business from one level to attention another, and you have lost our invest capital. You caused us a loss." My family always tells me that I am incapable. Listening to this, I was very distressed. So I took a loan and started a new business. But even there, I faced the setbacks, and my business completely failed. Now the situation has come to the point where even my house is mortgaged. Now you tell me what should I do? Then the Buddhist says to that person, "Well, you know why your friend used to come to you." Then that person says, "Yes, I know it very well. He used to come to slow one front of my family. He used to criticize me and show much better than me in my business. He is superior and wants to make me feel sad seeing his success. I feel tormented and troubled." That's when the Buddhist monk says that person, "Did you really feel sad seeing his business?" "Yes, I felt sad. But when he succeeded in his business and mine failed, it hurt me and I felt jealous. I regret and suffer." Then why? The Buddhist monk says to the person, "That means you would be happy if your friend also fails. If his business please, you would be pleased." Hearing this, the Buddhist monk smiled again and said to that person, "This means your happiness depends on your friend. If he wants, he can make you happy, and if he is happy, he can make you cannot be happy or sad on your own. You have already become a slave to your friend, and if that is the case, there is no solution to your problem, because your happiness and the pain of your suffering depends on the behavior of others. Your actions have not changed anything for you. Neither can you happy nor sad thoughts you happy. I cannot help avoiding a solution," a person tell the monk. "Please don't say the Guru. I have a lot of hope, and because you are one understand me and knows you know it, you understand it. I humbly request you to give me a solution to this problem." Then the Buddhist monk says to that person, "When we become dependent on others by attaching expectation to them, we completely rely on others. If I don't show slow, then you will continue to be person. You will seek crying to sick person, but I tell to you, I may help you to your problem. However, remember one thing, the friend who comes to your house, he is telling you how growth in his business, how he was worked hard, which makes you so sad, but he is telling the truth his life, how he struggled and reacted that position. He is sharing his experience with you. Now you can either use to experience. First one is grounded feeling of everywhere in your mind. Wisdom lies unlike his experience. Listening your intelligence and the knowledge is gained from his experience. You should be happy that you the experience you needed without even asking for it. You should express gratitude to your friend because you are receiving experiences and knowledge that you couldn't acquire from your own life. So move forward, face the struggle, use the experience and don't give up. Because one good thing about time, no matter how it is, always challenges. Therefore, whenever time is good for or bad, first is certain to pass, but the most important things to understanding here is that you need to stay alive to witness these two times. And when your good times, then you will build your business through your struggle and take it to listen. Then your friends will not sing the story of their success, but the tales of their failure, so that you don't make wrong decision. And if you end up being ruined like them, and then you will have to use your intelligence here instead of paying attention with their words. Use your wisdom, because at that time they will come not to make but to make you unhappy. Just as I find pleasure in seeing this unhappiness, I will find the same pleasure in seeing you unhappy. Hearing this, that person says to the Buddhist monk, one, oh, you are absolutely right. I am not running my own life, but my relatives and friends are running it, which is filling my life with happiness and sorrow. But I have one question here. When I started my business, my intention was to keep my family happy. I can give them those comfort and joys. So, is it wrong to think about my family? I was doing everything for my family. But after encouraging losing my business, even my family left me. Upon hearing this, they started smiling, and that person said, what's there to smile about? Did I ask any among other roots? The person, every person expect when they make a mistake, and you also desire the same. Everyone wants to be praised when they do something, and when we do not receive praise, it hurts us deeply. First wounds and hurts, and that's when we start thinking that everybody world is selfish. Everyone wins for his own gains. Everyone works for his own interest, and everyone stays with us for their own purpose. But if you some is your family and want to something for of your family, then why do you feel like you are doing it for others? You will be yourself doing. If you think you are doing it, you will remain unhappy thought out your life. And when you realize that you are doing it for yourself, you will experience a strange happiness, and you will always be content. And as long as your task make them better and excellent, you won't need anyone's consultation. That's when the person tells those Buddhist monks, oh Guru, I understand your words now. Until now, my fate was in this hand and others. They used with colors and happiness, or follow. My destination is in my whether I want to accept defeat. Finally, that person says to the Buddhist monk, oh Guru, I understand all your words, but can you give me something then or support me during the worst times of my life? Then can accommodate my hearing me this. The Buddhist monk gives a small box and says, this is very close to me, then should keep it close to you. It holds a secret, change biggest sorrow. It can reduce gravest calamity, and you should only open it when you feel there's no way out. When you feel everything is meaningless. Whatever I have said is also meaningless. This world is also meaningless. We're even living in meaningless. Saying this, the Buddhist monks hand over the box to the third person and then leave. That person brings the box home and starts a new business. This time, he doesn't expect defeat in his business, and his business flourishes because of his successful business. His finally also come back to him. Family. He had now attained all the comforts and pleasures. He no longer cried over the worried about the future. He focused on the making his present even better. But times always keep changing. Just as bad times don't last forever, good times don't either. Once again, a good phase had come to an end in his life. The neighboring state and attacked the state destroyed it completely. His business had also been completely ruined. He started facing hardship with his family. They had to feed to another. To the point. Thank you.